Hello student, I hope your preparation is going good. There is a recruitment which is coming from the Oil India Limited. Recently they have conducted this examination last year and now they have released this notification for the 2022 candidate. Last year I remember that few of the students from our group they have already selected, that is telegram group, they have already selected in our organization. I have provided the question paper along with the solution and how you can approach that particular examination, what was the strategy, all these things we will already discuss in that particular year, that is 2022. Similar these things we will continue for the 2022. If you are interested then you can join our telegram channel. If you need any further information you can also ping over there. I will definitely connect to you shortly. So let's begin with the video what we have discussed today. Like most important thing, what was the vacancy, what was the eligibility, and how you can fill that particular form, what was the cutoff date, and what was like eligibility related to your documentation and other things. All these things we will continue discuss in the same video. So now Oil India has released the notification now, and what was the total number of posts along with the details, grade, pay, and upper age limit. Make sure that all the age criteria should be lie in the range of 15th of March 2022. This is the cutoff date which they have mentioned over here, if you remember that upper age limit. So going ahead with the next vacancy which they have mentioned are different discipline. Like the first discipline related to the civil, the senior officer designation they will provide it, and there are total two vacancy, and one for unreserved, one for the OBC NCL. And the salary which they have provided was 60,000 basic salary and other allowance along with the rent allowance and other transportation DA and other allowance which you will get easily, which is applicable for all the government organizations. And age criteria and other things which they have mentioned, like upper age limit for unreserved candidate was 27 and OBC was 30, and you have a minimum 4 years of degree with the 65% marks, which is reflected in the civil category. Similarly for the senior officer of electrical, having total 8 vacancy, in that 3 for unreserved, OBC was 2, SC was 1, ST was 1, and EWS was 1. Similarly salary structure and other age criteria are exactly same, and degree are also same. You need to have a bachelor degree in electrical engineering with the minimum 65% marks. Make sure that the excluding these degrees are not allowed to appear these examination. They have clearly mentioned excluding these degree. Similarly for the senior officer like instrumentation, having total 6 vacancy, in that 2 for unreserved, 2 for OBC, 1 for SC, 1 for EWS. Going ahead with the mechanical, they have total mentioned senior officer of 20 vacancy, and there are total 8 vacancy in unreserved. OBC was 6, EWS was 2, SC was 3, and ST was 1, and PWBD was 2. In the salary structure was exactly same, that is 60,000, and unreserved age criteria like exactly similar with this other like category, and having degree of 4 years with the 65%. And they have also mentioned one criteria like excluding automation, automobile, and industrial power, manufacturing, production, mechatronics, mining, marine, robotics engineering, and other, which they have clearly mentioned. If you have a degree with these engineering, do not apply. Initially you will feel like they might be shortlisted, but at then you will reject it due to the these degrees they have clearly mentioned in advertisements. So there are also few other vacancy. I am not going to discuss that part directly. I'll go with the education, qualification, and age relaxation. For the education qualification, you have a proper engineering degree from the government authorized institute. Along with that, few other documents they will require. For your cutoff date, you need to have a birth certificate along with your 10th standard passing certificate. In that, they have clearly mentioned your date of birth. Other than this, they are not accept any other document for the verification of age or date of birth. And they have also mentioned like age relaxation 5 years for applicable of candidate related to the Jammu and Kashmir. If they belong in that particular area having a domicile, then they can get the age relaxation up to 5 years. Similarly for the other as well, like PWD and other OBC SC, similarly they have also reservation. They will also get as per the reservation of a central government. And going ahead with the pay allowance, which they have clearly mentioned, you will get around 60,000 basic pay. Along with that you will get the DA, HRA, and TA, along with your PF gratuity and other medical allowance which they have provided by the central government. So if you round off your salary, then you will get for the grade B, that is senior officer, you will get around 1,20,000 in hand. This is the gross salary, not for the in hand. Gross salary, you have certain deduction, and after that you will get the in hand salary. So going ahead with the application fee, they have clearly mentioned these fees are non-refundable fees. For the general OBC, that is NCL category, having 500 along with the tax, and for the SC, ST, and PWD and EWS and ex-servicemen, there is no application fee. Going ahead with the selection process for the group B and group C, like grade C and grade B, not for the group, because these are from the group A post, and exactly similar pay which we get in central government organizations. Even though railways and also other department also get the basic pay around 56,100, and you will also get around 60,000, which is almost equivalent with the same payment. So the selection process for the grade B and grade C are almost same. So for the grade B, they have clearly mentioned the phases of examinations, like they are also mentioned for the grade C as well. You have to go with the CBT examination. Along with that, you have a group discussion, group task, and then personal interview. So the first phase of examination, that is CBT based examination, and having weightage of 100 marks, and in that for the general candidate having 50% score, for the OBC EWS having 40%, for the SC and ST, like for the general OBC and EWS having 50%. Sorry for that, I have misinterpreted the information. So for the general candidate OBC along with the EWS having minimum 50%, and similarly for the SC, ST, and PWD having minimum 40% score in your written examination, that is CBT examination. And going ahead with the phase 2, having a group discussion and group task, these are the elimination round. You need to have a score minimum which they have mentioned in a like advertisement. And because if you do not score well, then you have a little chance for the elimination. In case a few of the cases, like you will not eliminate directly, but if you get with the total marks, in such a situation you may eliminate with the final rounds. So for the group discussion and group task having 30% weightage and 30 marks for the weightage of 5%, and for the personal interview having a total 10 marks, and if you score total 1 of 140, in that you need to have a like separate weightage 85 for the written examination, 5 weightage for the group discussion, 5% and 10% weightage for the personal interview. There is no qualifying marks for these two rounds, like group discussion, group talks, along with your personal interview, with which they have mentioned with all the selection process along with the CBT examination, group discussion, group task, along with the personal interview. So going ahead with the next point, the candidate who has qualified for the first phase, that is CBT examination, only go with the next that is next stage, that is group discussion and group task. After that, you will go with the interview round. So, as I have mentioned, that the merit list of the candidates shall be drawn based on the weightage marks of computer-based test, group discussion, group task, along with the personal interview as per the defined. Like you will get the all the combined weightage, and then you will maybe shortlist or not. Because that's why I have mentioned you need to have a idea about the CBT along with the GT, and then personal interview. Make sure that you need to maintain the score in all the four, like all the three stages of examination, because in sometimes GD and GT or a single round, it may be having a two rounds like that. So make sure that you have both these balance along with your other examination, like CBT examination. You make sure you need to balance it. So they have also mentioned one more point: candidate who is qualified the computer based test, they will call for the ratio of 1:5 for the group discussion and personal interview, based on the based on the marks which you obtain in CBT examinations. And once you will qualify this examination with the personal interview, you will go for the medical test, which is conducted by like organization Oil India Limited. And once you clear that, then you will definitely selected as a final senior officer in Oil India Limited. So for the posting, they have clearly mentioned the posting of selected candidate can be any of the operation area slash offices in oil as per the requirement of a company. The service can also be transferable as per the requirement of organization or company. So you are free to work anywhere as per the requirement, and you do not have a restriction at all. If you need, you can get the transfer as well based on your organization as well as personal requirement as well. So I think these videos are informative. So this is the last point, that is important dates, which I forget to mention, that like opening date of application form was 21st of February 2022, and make sure that last date was 15th of March, and you need to fill before that. Do not wait for the last date, else you need to stuck in that. And as per the last year analysis, the examination center is mostly in Delhi areas. So if you lie in other cities, then make sure that you need to balance the city as well. Like if you ready to travel, then you need to fill, otherwise do not feel unnecessary, because other examination is also hampered due to these examinations. So as such, there is no examination date. They have clearly mentioned in advertisement due to the COVID, but you will get the idea in official website when they have released any update related to exam date. So I hope these video are informative. If you think, then do like and share with your friend and subscribe this channel. At the most, I will also share the guidance how you can approach the examination, and also I will share the official question paper of last year along with the 2 more years, and you will get the idea what type of question they will ask. And if you need any further information, you can also connect over the Telegram channel, and you can easily ping over there. I'll definitely reply whenever I'll get the time. I hope it is definitely helpful for you. Thanks for watching.